Hi, I'm Plummy, and in this episode of Radio K, I'm gonna be reacting to the recent debut of a new boy group called EPEX with their title track, Lockdown. And for those of you who don't know, this group is apparently from the same company as the group named Six. And I'm actually expecting that this group might have a little bit more of an appeal to me compared to Six, because Six, even though they are not bad and their music is not bad, for whatever reason, most of their music doesn't really appeal to me. I've tried listening to them, you can even check out my reactions to them, but I don't know, their music just doesn't really click with me most of the time. And for certain reasons, mainly my gut instinct, I'm feeling like this group, EPEX, is actually gonna be more my kind of stuff. I feel like maybe their music is probably gonna be along the lines of Gravity or Ghost 9 and all those other groups with like a hard-hitting boy crush kind of concept. I don't know whether that's I was goddamn right. This is exactly the K-pop that I love. Lots of rapping, hard-hitting stuff. I'm just waiting for the hard-hitting stuff right now. I guess it's a little bit more of a, how to say it, empty hard-hitting K-pop song, where there isn't that much instrumental, but it's actually still pretty hard-hitting. I think another recent song in this exact kind of execution was what was the name of the Team 1914's Exit. I feel like that song had a very similar take on this idea, I guess. I guess that is why this group already kind of reminds me of Team 1914. But I'm so happy that this group is exactly what I want. Exactly what I love. I was goddamn right. I can't get over it, honestly. Oh, this is gonna be so good whenever the song has grown on me a lot. Because with these kind of songs, for those of you who don't know, usually it takes you a few listens until the song is at its fullest potential, you know? Almost always on first listen, I'm not necessarily blown away by the song, but I really end up loving it after a while. Although I definitely would have liked a little bit more instrumental in this song, I still like it the way it is. I honestly feel like this group is already top 10 boy groups for me. They'll need one or two more songs before I can say that for sure, but already off to a really good start. And I freaking love that they are actually exactly what I expected and hoped that it was going to be, because oh my god, I love these kind of songs. And there's so many groups in the fourth generation that are doing this kind of concept, especially in terms of like the boy groups. Like recent debuts, there's EPEX, there's P1 Harmony who are doing stuff like this, there's MC&D, there's a little bit older groups in the form of ATEEZ and Stray Kids who also do this kind of stuff. There's Ghost9 who also does this kind of stuff. Very Very has done it a couple of times, I feel like, with, I think there was a song called Getaway or something, which I really liked. And then there was Go Beyond the Barrier, which was freaking amazing. I love this kind of stuff, and I'm happy to add another group like this to my collection. I love this. I love this. I honestly just want to get into the song one more time, so let's just get into it. I'm just too excited. Let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. God damn it, I called it right. I love when I'm right. I love when I'm right, especially for K-pop songs. I love the focus on the rap in the fourth generation. I think that's why fourth generation K-pop is probably gonna be my favorite thing ever. Thank you BTS for paving the way for this kind of K-pop groups. Oh yes, I'm already starting to really love this. I feel like a little bit more hype would benefit the song, because I feel like there are moments where the song kind of just dies down for a second or two, and that just kind of kills the little energy that it has. But I feel like the song being low energy is kind of also the point of the song in a way. Man, I would just love this song for how much rapping there is, goddamn. I really like the beat as well. I just feel like it would have benefited so much from a little bit more melody, because it doesn't really have any. Also, the chorus, I feel like it's a little too repetitive for my taste, but I really love the verses. The verses are really good. Okay. So again, I only have much to add to what I've already said about this song, even though I haven't really said much, but like, I like it. I like it. if you have been subscribed to my channel for any amount of time, you will know exactly what my style of K-pop that I love the most is. It's this. This is the thing that I love the most about K-pop. I still appreciate different kinds of K-pop, but this, like, you almost can never go wrong with a song like this. I'll almost always love a song like this. And I'm just so goddamn happy that I actually called it right. I just had a gut feeling that this group was going to be exactly like that. Like, there's Six focusing on the more, I don't know, fancy and sophisticated kind of K-pop fans, and there's EPEX for those kind of people who love just more hard-hitting and rap-heavy K-pop songs. I love it. I love it so much. Although I do have a few tiny, it's not even really criticisms, I just have a few things that I feel like would have made the song better. Like, I get that the song is in itself, in concept, just a low energy kind of song, but I feel like at moments the song kind of just doesn't feel like it, I don't know how to say it, like, I feel like certain pieces of the song feel detached from each other, like, especially with the vocal parts, I feel like they feel very detached from the rap verses and the chorus. And I feel like either adding a little bit more melody towards the song, or just a little bit more of an instrumental to the song, other than just having a simple beat, which is pretty catchy beat, I'm gonna give it that, but I feel like a little melody or a little bit more instrumental would have made the song feel a little bit more complete, because right now I like it. I really like the verses especially, but it feels slightly unfinished in a certain way. I still think it's a really good song, and as I said, EPEX is already instantly in my top 10 boy groups, especially for this kind of style of K-pop music. But there's definitely room for growth. I feel like that's the best way to put it. There's room for growth with their music. And if there are B-sides, because I'm pretty sure they are, you can bet your butt that I'm gonna be reacting to the B-sides very, very soon, because this is something that I personally have a real interest in checking out, to see whether this is a group for which I have to care about the B-sides, because not every group has good B-sides. Like, even groups like Stray Kids and ATEEZ aren't always 100% with every single one of their B-sides. But I at least want to have an idea of what to expect with the B-sides of this group, so you can definitely expect me to react to the B-sides very soon. But you also should keep in mind that commenting that you want to see a reaction to the B-sides is definitely going to help me do it sooner, and especially if you go over to my Patreon and subscribe to the recently created new tier, in which you can pledge an amount of money to ask me to react to something, or more specifically demand a reaction of an album or a music video or a song in general. You can do that by going over on Patreon, but you don't have to do any of that for this song necessarily, because as I said, I have an interest to check it out, so I'm almost definitely gonna do that. In terms of a rating for this song, I think I'm going to give it a 9.4 out of 10, a solid 9.4 out of 10, because, again, I think it's a good song for what it's doing, but I feel like it doesn't necessarily have the mind-blowingness to it, which is a little bit of a requirement that I have for a song to get more than a 10 out of 10. I need to be mind-blown, at least a little bit. And the closest thing that I got to being mind-blown for this song is the fact that I actually predicted correctly that this group is going to be appealing to me, which was admittedly pretty cool, but still, it doesn't really count towards the song being mind-blowing. But yeah, I do like it, it appeals to me. What did you guys think about this song? Does it appeal to you or not? I would be really interested to hear about that, or in this case, read in the comments down below. But yeah, before we end this video though, I just want to quickly say huge thanks to my first ever Patreon, Omari Bridgman, for subscribing to my Patreon and pledging their support. It's much appreciated, and it will really help me continue do these videos for you guys. So if you want to join that person, as I said, you can go over to my Patreon and subscribe at the specific K-pop tier or any of the other ones, because there are quite a few actually. But yeah, that is completely up to you, and whether you want to do it or not, you decide. But before we end this video, I just want to quickly explain to you something that you might be wondering about, like, why am I dressed the way I am? Why do I look the way I do? And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you would know the answer already, because back when I started my YouTube channel, I had super long hair and I was dressing femininely in every single video. But for those of you who don't know, which I assume it's most of you, I'm actually transgender. I think I'm more of a non-binary rather than a male to female, because there are quite a few times where I don't really feel like dressing femininely and looking feminine and looking like a girl, and I just want to look like a normal guy. But I feel like in a lot of the time I do want to look feminine. So for the sake of simplicity, I decided to just settle on non-binary, although I definitely really want to be much more feminine than I am right now, like almost like androgynous. But due to my current situation, I'm unable to transition, because I still live with my parents. I tried to transition secretly while still living with my parents, but they started noticing that I was looking more feminine, and that I obviously had my long hair back then, and they were pressuring me to cut it all the time. And even when I was growing it out, they were constantly pressuring me to not grow it out, and now they are pressuring me to not grow it out again. I'm really unable to transition, and there's no really way out of this situation for me, because I can't get a job. I've tried to, but I just can't seem to get any job. And even if I was able to get a job, I wouldn't really be able to transition in my country where I live while working that job, because people here are completely bigoted, and they will harass me, they will bully me, and they probably the employers will probably never even hire me if I actually decided to completely transition. So the only way for me to actually be who I am, who I truly am, is if I actually start being successful with YouTube and start making money off of YouTube, because I don't really have to care about what anybody thinks of me, and I can just be who I want to be and dress however I want and all those stuff. So with all this information and me telling you that I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, I don't want to make you feel bad about my situation and wanting to manipulate you into helping me out or boosting the subscribers on my channel or anything like that, I ask you if you're able to help me out by donating to my Patreon or donating to my PayPal, which is for that you will have to get in touch with me in the comments down below to set it up properly, because I haven't really done that, because I assume nobody's really gonna want to do that. But if you're able to do that, I would really appreciate it. But again, this is literally the only way for me out. This is the only way out. So yeah, it's completely up to you. If you can't help me out monetarily, then at the very least I think it would be great if you could help out in other ways, like I said earlier, liking the channel, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and all those other stuff. But yeah, I'm not trying to guilt trip you, I'm just explaining to you my situation and hoping that you can help me out. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you enjoy my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!